Boom, guys, it's your boy Skywalker Charged Up. What's going on? So we're back today with like a little thought I had earlier, and it was like such a signaling moment. Do you know what I mean? Like being in the city now for about 8 months. Um, Currently just seeing where it's like best for me to go to and like how to move forward at this point. And I was just thinking on a memory, right? So for me, I was working like it was manual labor job in a sense, but it was like it was like I was a rampage room, right? In an airport, did that for like close to 2 years, and pretty much at that point, that's when I was the most like, that was when I was the most primal. It was when I was spending the most time in the gym. It's when I had the best physique. It was when I was like, I wasn't drinking at all or really doing anything like that. Just training, boxing, and like some of the days were tough, but at the end of the day, like I was in the sun with my mates when I was working, pushing really hard, so hard physically, sometimes 16-hour day shifts, still working on music, still booking trips away to Ibiza. And like I was just thinking back, and then like it was towards the end of my stay there at the job, and some new rock guys were in town, and like literally in Jersey, I don't really know anyone specifically that I was like that we were chilling in terms of music and stuff. So having these guys in town was such a cool opportunity for me. Pretty much came down there, after that it was just this primal fucking moment. I wasn't even supposed to perform. Managed to like ended up kind of almost convincing the guys to get some stuff organised for me to perform out of their expense of the evening. And yeah, linked up with these guys. It was it was Youngblood's guitarist was there as well, which was a crazy moment now, considering how well they've been doing with the touring and the new release. So it's incredible to see that for the UK for sure. And then kind of the contrast, right? Then when you like in that moment, I always thought the grass was greener on the other side in terms of like going to London, pursuing the career and stuff. And now I'm looking back, like it's those moments when like you're actually really low on your dopamine threshold. This is gonna sound like I'm some sort of guru right now, but when you've got a balanced dopamine threshold, and then you have that experience after that 2 years of working a manual labor job, it's those times when you've been putting in that work for 3 months with your job, and then you go out and enjoy it with your friends. Those moments when everything's combined, with me being in Jersey, meeting these people, like I'm looking back right now, that was my highlight, and I'm saying this after 8 months in London, and kind of what I've realised after being in this city. It's like, yes, you can be in an apartment complex with the right people to an extent, but what I've found is it's all about positioning. If you're a young guy in a city that's expensive, and it's at the end of like, I'd never like to use the weather as an excuse necessarily, but like long dark winters, you're paying big money for it, and what really are you getting in return? Yes, you can meet people, but people are closed off. And yes, once you've got a foot in the door with a city like London, you can push through dating wise, networking wise. But what I've found, like right now with London, right, is I'm going down a different way some days, right? Like some days now I'm looking back and I'm becoming the guy I don't want to be. So how do I get back to that myself when I was 23? Fuck, that's crazy to think about 23. When I was 23 in that bar, literally just finishing up on my work, at the airport, and I had that kind of like rock star moment. I finally felt like that guy for the first time. Like, that was the fucking best feeling, right? So what it is about now, it's about swift shifting the location to get back to that youthful, primal fucking energy. The one where it's like, I'm gonna make money on my terms, right? I'm not gonna be fucking told what to do anymore. I'm not gonna piss away my time in. So I think that's yeah, it's a big thing. I think this is I think there's two ways of going about this. It's not black and white down the line because you can fix it, but at this age, what it is about is either letting the cost of living, letting the kind of ruthless dating system that's going on right now. It's letting social media and not kind of interacting with people the way that systems are working now. The kind of way that every society beats everything out of you the whole time. You either go down that rabbit hole, you fucking sink, or you take that shit and then you project it upwards, right? You project it in a way where it's like nothing fucking matters anymore apart from what I want to do, right? And that's what I felt in that moment, in that bar with those guys who are pretty much rock stars, right? And the thing is, how can I be that fucking guy with the high testosterone that just wants more out of life, right? And more out of life in the sense where, he's not afraid to put in those tough days. Do you know what I mean? And it doesn't phase him, but he has these incredible rewards. So it's all about getting back to that sweet spot, because I can see these cities like London aging you fucking 5 years in a few years. I've seen it with guys here, right? When I moved into a certain spot. There was guys who were late 20s, but they looked early 40s, right? And I said, how long they been in London for? They said 5 years, and you know what I mean? It's kind of adding up, right? So I think you need to be in a spot where you can kind of just almost like you're getting tested, but the environment's right. You're getting out of what you're paying for it, and like the constant stimulation and stuff like that. It's getting really bad, my people. So we've got to lock in. But it was just it's an interesting, feeling, because this goes out to anyone now. If you think the grass is always greener on the other side of this, it might be in some contexts, but it also might not be. So you need to go back to the other grass and see what you're actually grasping, right? Anyway, that's been me. Peace.